Hey, MacDowin here. Today we are taking a look at the massive Mudflap RC Truck. This vehicle comes with relaxed fit Jonesy, and I really like the look of this truck. We'll have to see exactly how it works. I found this at Target for a whopping $49.99. As I've mentioned before, I do like how the package is open. You can touch the thing, and it's not enclosed in plastic. You can bump it around and so forth. Alrighty, let's flip it around and take a look at the back. Up on the left, it says Breaking Walls since Chapter 2, Season 3. Even says you can play and display. Cool. Over on the right, it says Relaxed Fit Jonesy, Victory, or whatever else you've got. He's not picky. At the bottom left, you are shown some of the truck features. And at the bottom right is the cross sale. Only one more to go. And for those who want to see the barcode, here it is. Let's get this huge truck out of the box. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. If you want to help the channel out and you play Fortnite, please feel free to add my creator code to your Epic account. It's MacDowin. We get a few items in the box with the truck, the first being the instruction manual for the controller, the truck, and it talks about the accessories and the figure a little bit. It's a few pages, we'll set that over here for the moment. There are also two spray stickers included. One of them is this Golden Touch, and the other is the Nana Nana. And you can place these stickers anywhere you want to. You can put them on the mud flap, you could put it on building material, you can put it on your notebook, on your laptop, wherever you want. According to the instruction manual, these are reusable stickers, so I guess that means you can apply them somewhere, peel them off, and stick them somewhere else if you want to. Probably don't put them on the wheel, that might cause a little bit of trouble, but still pretty cool. I'm going to set those over here. We also get Relaxed Fit Jonesy, and I have to admit, this figure was a bit of a surprise. We had no early leaked photos that I remember seeing of this figure. So it was really fun to discover that this figure was coming out when I saw Mudflap pictures. He stands about 4 inches tall and has 28 points of articulation, so let's take a peek at his articulation here real quick, and then we'll get to the main event. So his head rotates back and forth, and surprisingly, with that beard, moves back and forth pretty well. His arm rotates, his arm at the shoulder lifts, his elbow rotates around and hinges back and forth. There we go. His wrist rotates and hinges back and forth. Pretty good. Actually, his elbow almost gives you a 90 degree, if that's what you're looking for. Not quite. His torso wiggles around, and he has a waist rotation right there. If you want him to do the splits, he can actually go up about that far. He's got double pin at the knee, a thigh cut right there, and a rotation and a hinge at the ankle. This figure is actually really pretty flexible and pretty articulate for the design and this bathrobe he's got on here. It's kind of funny. Now, one thing we've come to expect from Jazwares is that when a figure comes with a remote control vehicle, typically the hands they're a little bit rubbery. Well, this figure's hands are not that bad. They are a lot better. So I don't know if Jazwares has switched factories for these RC vehicles or they've gotten better over time. The legs are a little rubbery compared to some, but overall I think this is a pretty good quality figure compared to, well, Drift and Copper Wasp were still pretty good. Mostly their hands were just really rubbery. So yeah, I don't know. This figure looks great, looks cool. It looks cool. And still, it's pretty good. Quality, yeah, quality. Anyway, we'll be done with that. Another thing I'll make mention of is I find it funny and humorous that Jazwares is putting figures with long tails. Whatever it is, a coat or a shirt has long tails. So when you sit them down, this is the problem. And they're including them with vehicles. We have the X-Lord with the Whiplash, who's got his coat hanging down. And it's a little bit difficult to get him bent because the coat kind of holds him up on the seat a little bit. We get Jonesy here, who is probably going to be held up when you try to sit him in the truck because of the bathrobe. So it's funny that they're including long tails on the figures that come with these vehicles. Just a thought anyway. All right, we'll put Jonesy off to the side, as cool as he looks. And let's take a look at the main event. It is time now for the Mudflap. So one thing I will point out right away is the sound effects. So we'll rotate the truck around like this. This bumper here is a button. So it has two different sound effects. It has the crashing like it's run into something, and then the horn. Don't know if you could tell with the lights. Watch the lights. So the front lights light up. I haven't looked at the back. There are no lights that light up in the back. So when the sound effects is going, it's just these front headlights. I have not released this area yet. I'm going to find my knife here and release it on camera. This zip tie is just around this top center. It's much easier to remove, I'm guessing, than... I wonder if that's an actual scratch or if that's meant to be there. I don't know. I have to look at other vehicles. But anyway, much easier than the Whiplash. The Whiplash was holding the doors on tight. My knife is starting to get kind of dull. So dull, in fact, that maybe it's not going to cut. It's not going to cut real oh, there we go. So we'll grab it from over here because the tail is over here, and we'll pull that out and throw that away. So now we can kind of get into it. Before we get into it, I'm going to point out I really like the controller here. It's red and black, so not only does it look cool, it's got some buttons up here, but you can tell this apart from the other controllers that we've gotten. It does take two AAAs. It doesn't come with them, so you have to get your own AAA batteries for this. This actually takes AA and takes 6 of them. I haven't looked at the bottom yet, and this is going to make noise. We can turn it off right here. There's a button here, so we'll flip it off. Nope, we'll flip it on. Oh, that was a try me mode, so there may be more things. But anyway, there are 6, it says upside down. We'll flip it around. 6 AA batteries will go in this compartment. So there's a lot of batteries that go in this vehicle. So hopefully that means it's really awesome as an RC car. But I'm curious. Let's turn this on. I always forget these are in demo modes. Let's see what happens. Huh, nothing. So maybe that happens when you're driving it. Maybe you can use a controller to, let's see. Let's look at the instructions. The instructions are always a good thing. So let's see. What do the buttons do? The buttons... So collision sounds activate by pressing the front bumper. While turned on, Mudflap lights will remain illuminated. Oh, the lights will stay on when it's turned on. Yeah, when I turn it off, I guess the lights turned off. So interesting. So maybe this try me mode, you keep the try me mode on, so when you drive it around and run into things, it'll make those noises. Yeah, we're probably done with the noises unless it's by accident from now on. All right, but anyway, you're going to want to replace the batteries in this thing. These are some cheap demo batteries. They're meant to be in the store, meant for a lot of kids to come up and push this button over and over and over. So if you expect it to be awesome as an RC car, it might disappoint you at that point. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Off. Off. It's really cool and really fun, but off. So I'm noticing that the front tires are freewheeling. The back tires are freewheeling. This must be right here, the RC wheels right here, these middle ones, because they have a noise, and maybe the more I do that, the more possibility I'm going to burn out the motor. I don't really know. I don't get RC cars unless they are Jazwares Fortnite. It also looks, when you glance in through the window, that there's probably plenty of room for a figure in there. Of course, the best way to tell is if Peely can get in there, because Peely is a big figure. So at some point, we're going to try figures in there to see how well the figures fit. If Peely can fit in this truck, then any figure can fit in this truck. So how do we get a figure in? Well, the door does pop open. It's on a hinge, kind of a hinge thing right there. Both of them do. Rotate this around. It does pop open. But I noticed in the package that this also comes open. The windshield folds down while the doors are open. Makes it a lot easier. I'm going to raise my camera up here. Give me just a moment. There, about there, I think. Makes it a lot easier to put figures in there. So just for fun. Oh, and I also am noticing, you see these little black pegs right there? I think those are designed to go in the back bling, the back peg hole there. So doing this blindly, probably shouldn't do this blindly. Looks like the legs can be out just a little bit more, maybe. It's interesting because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of leg room in a couple of these vehicles. Okay. So we kind of got Peely in there. It kind of got Peely in here. Oh, is he not? Well, here, yeah, let's cross his legs there a little bit. I think you could make Peely fit if you really wanted to. Well, maybe shoot, maybe not. I don't think he's gonna fit. I don't think Peely is going to fit. Man, he's just getting left out of everything. I don't think he fits in the ATK. I guess the Quad Smasher is what he's gonna get. Let's see, let's try the Brat. Let's try the Brat here. He was all geared up from the other video, but give me a second. Wasn't expecting to grab him. So yeah, we'll put him here. Hat and all. There. So, he'll fit. He's kind of taking a nap, I think. I can't really, I'm not really in a great position to put him in properly. But he goes in there. See? Yeah, he fits in there really well. I think just about every figure is going to fit in this truck. This is a pretty tall opening, and it's pretty easy to get them in there just by being able to open this. So you could have the thing turned off, and it moves back and forth really pretty good. All right, let's see. So we'll tuck this back in and hook that into place. Now, box says it can, oh, it is shut. It can fit up to 10 figures, and that's really cool. So right back here, there are pegs for 4. On the step, there's a peg, if you can see that. And on this side, oh, there was a peg. Huh. There we go. Now there's a peg. So we got 6 pegs. So 2 inside, 7, 8. And it's possible that this ladder, they're expecting you to be able to hook somebody on. And maybe this bar right here. Because I'm looking around and I don't see any other pegs. I see 6 pegs, 2 seats, and then nothing else. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We'll gear this sucker up when it's out for a test drive here very soon. I think that's about it. I actually, I think it's time for a test drive. So before I wrap up this video, we're going to take this thing out and do some test driving. Be right back. Well, now that that's done, this has got a few more scratches here than it did before. We took a few spills while we were out there driving it around out in the road. By the way, don't play in the streets, everybody. So anyway, let's wrap this up. The overall thoughts, I really do like this. I think this is a really great RC vehicle. This is a little bit more sturdy feeling than some of the ones that came before, like the ATK, and we had another one, not the drone. The Baller. Yeah, the Baller and the ATK. I think this is a little bit more sturdier. This definitely drives really pretty good for what it is. A few kind of things I'll point out that I didn't know before that I do know now. And that is, when it's on this demo try me mode, you can hit the front and the headlights pop up, as you can see. When you flip it over... Oh wait, this is demo mode. Yeah, this is demo mode. So when you're on mode, the headlights stay on. And then you flip on the remote, you'll notice that this is a solid light. That's when you know they're paired. What's cool is these are horns, these buttons on top. The left one is one horn. The right one is two horns. And yeah, does pretty good. So yeah, I really like this. Let's flip this around here real quick. Yep, no lights on the back, just to confirm. But yeah, we'll flip this off now. So yeah, this is a really cool RC truck. I like this. I think I like this better than all the other RC vehicles that we've ever gotten. So yeah, really think this is cool. Just so you can see who's in there. I hope you can see who's in there. But, well, maybe not that. But if I do that, there, you can see Kit's in there. Kit fits in there just fine. Peely seems to be about the only figure that won't fit in there. So anyway, if you're in a position where you can get this, I recommend it. I think this is a fun, drivable RC. You're not going to go and take it to those off-road RC locations. You're not going to be running this over hills. You're not going to be jumping jumps. You're not going to be doing all the wild, crazy RCing. This is just something fun for a sidewalk or a street, like a dead-end street, driveway, maybe inside. I didn't try it on carpet. I'm sure it'll work just fine on carpet. The kitchen floor or hallway floor. Something else I'll point out, I just remembered. These are soft, kind of a softer rubber, these Mudflaps. So I said earlier I didn't know if there was anything really fragile on here. Well, these might be the most fragile things. If you snag them, they might break and rip off. The other thing is this says 10. I was only able to get 9. I got 1, 2 here. If I put somebody on the ladder, then it was a little bit too close for comfort putting them on this peg. You could put someone on this peg and on here, but I discovered that when they're hanging onto this thing, they tend to fall off pretty easy. And if you go over any rough terrain like rocks or gravel or cracks, then this really is not going to hold up. Mine has a little bit of a problem. You noticed earlier I had to snap this back into place. Because of that, and I'll probably have to glue it, because of that, the peg doesn't stick up all the way. So when I attach a foot there, it doesn't fully attach just because the peg's not fully out. I can push that up and then attach it, but it still sinks back down. I tried having the figures hold the hands on the doors up here, but that kind of worked and kind of didn't. I ended up putting one figure just right up here and wrap the legs around this. This is not something you do in real life. This is actually soft. I haven't touched this before. Yeah, it kind of feels soft up there. But it's really cool. Now we need a new battle bus. That's right, I said it. We need now a new battle bus in this scale because our battle bus is now out of scale to this truck. You know, to get a battle bus, it's going to need to be like this big. You can't see my hand, but this big. It's got to be big now. So maybe later this year, no, that's too soon. Maybe next year, Jazwares, I want a new battle bus. The old one's not good enough anymore. We need a battle bus in this scale. At some point in the future, I will show you the comparison of the vehicles. I'm not right in a good position to do that now, but just imagine if we ever got chonker tires. Can you imagine how big this thing would be with chonker tires on here? Oh my goodness, that's what we need. We need some chonker tires. Anyway, now it's your turn. What do you think about this vehicle? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And check out the whiplash in the lower left-hand corner. Whether you've watched it, whether you haven't, it's always a good fun. It's a very awesome vehicle. Just check it out again. Please like this video and share it everywhere. It really does help the channel. Thank you for stopping by and watching. I will see you in the next video.